both tires. Yeah, I forgot about that turn. So it's pretty unexpected, but it's a surprising difference with this car compared to Mini Cooper in Assetto Corsa Rally that I've been playing for a lot recently. So now I have to really get used to this thing again. Pretty interesting to have force feedback or actually feeling anything. Because in Assetto Corsa Rally it is pretty weak, I'm not sure why. even on asphalt, I just think like it should feel a bit, that you should feel a bit more steering wheel. This time I remembered that they're nicely done. If anybody is curious why I'm shifting with lever, it's actually not on purpose, it's just because I currently don't have another way to shift. Or the pedals, to be exact, I just don't have them. It's a pretty long story actually, but I would need to buy a whole new steering wheel with pedals compatible with PC, because you can't really plug any Trustmaster steering wheel into my base because the connecting port is broken. I actually don't mind it that much. I kind of used to the shifting with lever. It's a sequential lever, so it's pretty much how it used to be in GT3. I think at least, or definitely it is still in other sequential cars with sequential gearboxes. So it's not that big of a problem. Sometimes, of course, it kind of limits you that you can't have both hands on the wheel. I have not a great time actually now, but that's why I'm practicing. And I'm also practicing talking to you guys because that is new. I certainly would be quicker without it. But also this is so fun. Still pretty much alone here. I used to didn't like sound of the AMG GT3 Mercedes because it's not as in your face as like other cars, Ferraris, Porsche and stuff. They're much louder and high pitched. But I don't know if it kind of it's growing on me, this low rumble. Also, if you drive the car, I think At some point, you kind of just get used to the sound, and it's maybe better even to listen for a long time to this than to those screaming ones. Oh my, I was looking at the chat and not at the track. It's a classic rookie mistake. Rookie streamer mistake. That meant like that I didn't want to really do that. And well, this was a practice for a race that's probably got cancelled because there wasn't anybody joining here. Let's see. Ah, yep, it got cancelled. So now let's just practice again. Let's join this other event. I'm gonna select my favorite Mercedes again. Okay, let's do this. Right, it looks like I'm still pretty much alone here. Unless there's somebody watching that I don't see. So if somebody is watching, then you can let me know. At least I will know, and I'll try. I'll try harder to, I don't know, everything, racing, talking. What else is there? So this is it. My previous time, best time here, I think was 1:32 something, which, like I said, I haven't really practiced in Assetto Corsa or in road cars for some time, so it was a very great time. And I also don't know this track, so it's kind of a killer combo for me now. But it's a challenge, so let's see if I can improve, because that's what it's all about. It's about improving. It feels really fast compared to the Mini Cooper, which is a shocker, I know, but still. In a rally, the road is much more narrow, so it might feel faster even if you're going in low speeds. This chicane is pretty tight chicane. I don't know if I should go in first gear here or second. That's what I kind of don't like about transmissions actually. I mean, like today we have an option of EV cars that don't have transmissions, so you don't have to shift, which shifting could be fun, but sometimes it's really annoying when you don't know like which gear to use. Yeah, I know it was a cut. I'm just practicing, you know, doesn't matter. Okay. Trail braking, that's another thing that I need to get used to again. Because, like I mentioned before, this is so different to Assetto Corsa Rally. I don't know if it's the physics, the force feedback, or just that rallying is completely different in a lot of ways to road course racing, road racing. I think it's probably a combination of those things. Or maybe I have some bugs or some errors in the force feedback because it's still a early access version of the game, so maybe it's also that. Maybe my computer's not really like taking the game very well because it's a new title and my computer's very old, so maybe it's delayed or something, the force feedback. I don't know, but a lot of people has been complaining about that, so maybe it really is the game. And the problem is, or the thing is that I actually got used to the force feedback in Assetto Corsa Rally, and yeah, now this feels so weird. Or not weird, just different. Maybe even better. I always liked how the Assetto Corsa force feedback works and the physics. So when the Assetto Corsa Rally came out, I thought that it will be kind of more similar. And the physics maybe is, but the force feedback isn't. Here I am trying to get used to the old one again. This is it really that slow turn? Or I'm just not in very good form to take it faster. This one certainly is slower than I would think. So a new best time for me, but it's still super slow compared to what I managed a couple days back. Yesterday it was, or the day before. Oh, look at that, trail braking. Trail braking, I love trail braking. It feels like such a I don't know, not a life hack, but like racing hack. You can just take the turn much faster suddenly. And the best way to learn it, I think, is when you just feel it naturally, but it takes time. Oh, another best lap for me. Wow. This is a public practice, so somebody might even join me here. I'm not sure how much I can cut this. I bet that a lot of people would just cut it as much as they can, which the game might accept, but I kind of don't like doing it like that, because in real life there are track limits, and people see you obviously breaking the track limits, and they won't let you do that, so I don't do it in game, even if it allows me. I just don't like it. I don't feel good about the lap. I also switched off the performance delta thing because I caught myself looking there too much and not at the track. So, and in Assetto Corsa Rally, it's not there, so I kind of learned not to look there, or I couldn't look there. So I decided I'll try to turn it off here as well, or just turn it off here, so it's like in Assetto Corsa Rally, and it feels kind of good that I don't really see if I'm doing better than in the previous lap, but then I can check the time and see if it was better, and it doesn't distract me that much. I could see it on the display of the car, but my steering wheel is hiding it, so I can't really see it. I could look there, but like I said, I don't want to. So let's see how this lap was. I think it was, and I forgot to shift. It was actually a little worse, which might be because shifted a little. If you can even miss shift in a sequential gearbox, it was more like a bad timing of the shift than miss shift. Missed the apex a little, but it's not necessarily the worst thing to happen. I mean, racing line is a good thing, but it doesn't always mean that following it will make you faster or the fastest, or just that it solves everything. That's not how it works. About how you shift the weight of the car, and sometimes you shift it well, but you just don't hit the apex. And that's just fine. Just carry on. And my computer also, please carry on and don't lag. I don't know what the hell was that about. It's probably Windows trying to update or something. Comes the super slow chicane and super slow turn here. Oh, I kind of hit the apex, but the exit was slower, so yeah, it's better not to hit the apex and have better exit. What about here? This was okay. Oh no. Come on. This could be the fastest. Could have been the fastest lap, but it's not. And I'm running low on gas, so this will be probably last couple of laps. And let's go to the pit. Very nice. It's kind of good to have this full circle steering wheel for these occasions, like catching an oversteer. I still see that probably no one is watching, but if somebody does, then you can type something to the chat so I know, because it doesn't appear that anyone is here, but maybe it's just not showing correctly. And if you are there, then hello, hi, how are you? Wow, so this is suddenly my worst turn. It's this corner, the exit of that corner. I just keep flying out of that. Oh, hey there. Hello, viewer. So, welcome to my practice session. I've been playing a lot of Assetto Corsa Rally recently, and now I'm trying to back to normal Assetto Corsa. And it's pretty hard because the force feedback doesn't feel very stiff in the Assetto Corsa Rally, and here it does. So it's a pretty big difference. And how are you? Did you also try the Assetto Corsa Rally? What do you think about it? Okay, so this track, I like it. I don't know, I just think that GT3 is too powerful for it. Like, it's better for some smaller cars. These chicanes are super tight. I feel like driving a bus around it. That one was okay, but this one, I mean, like, this is really for first gear. Maybe it's for second, but I'm not that fast yet here, so taking it on the first. Another very sharp turn here, which makes me always fly off. Another chicane, look at that. It's like 3 chicanes here, and yeah, this last corner that kind of finally made it through that without flying off. You might have noticed that I shift with a lever. It's not very much on purpose, but this is because I actually can't shift with pedals now. It's kind of a hardware problem, so I'm stuck with the shifting with sequential lever, but it's not that bad actually. Feels like with some old school car, some old school GT car. Okay, that's my guess, and it's actually good timing. I might even made it there. Yeah, I'm doing 30 kilometers an hour. It looks like I'm standing, but that's what it says. Yeah, I think here it's fine. There's a gas station here. I mean, this is ridiculous. I can just take gas here. I never seen it on any racetrack before. It's pretty ridiculous. Okay, so let's continue. I don't know why I'm starting with cold tires. Usually on these servers, I think they put the tire blankets option, but now here they don't. So now you have to be careful these first laps because tires are super cold. Yeah, well, if you find this video at least a little bit not terrible, then please give me a like, because that way maybe some other people could watch it. So I would really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so this is the slowest chicane in the world, and on cold tires. Yeah, I always shift in fourth here, and I have to brake immediately after, so not sure if even to shift to the fourth or just leave it at the limiter and then brake. It's always a dilemma. Okay, so probably not anymore anybody else is watching. I hope the sound is not too bad, because I actually don't have yet a microphone. I'm just recording on my phone, so not sure how it's gonna sound. I hope there is even some sound. It's not mute or something. Oh, fish. But I actually ordered the mic, so next time it should sound better. I just wanted to practice talking before even, so I have to get used only to using microphone and not using microphone and talking, so that's what's happening now. I don't know if this is some super eco track or what, but there are the wind turbines all around it, and I saw some big solar panels there, so it's pretty interesting. That was oversteer, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so there's a question, there's an answer to my question. I should really put it to the fourth gear in front of that turn. I just didn't have enough speed before. So I need to have a better exit, and then I can actually go in fourth and get there in fourth gear. Was it a fifth gear? Oh, it was probably, yeah, it was fifth gear. Huh. Well, that changes situation. I probably had a slower exit before and couldn't get to fifth. So the dilemma is still here. To shift or not to shift. Anyways, I need some better times than this. Probably gonna switch on the performance delta, because sometimes it is good to see how it progresses through the lap, like where you gain, where you lose. It's actually a very useful tool. That's why I kept using it. But as like with everything, it's there's a correct amount. So if you keep watching at the delta all the time, it's not good. Because it's a distraction. And you kind of do it automatically, that's the point. Or at least I do. I just... after every corner I just look at the damn thing. Well, it was actually a nice trail break there. Which is good, because, yeah, as I mentioned before, I got so much used to Assetto Corsa Rally that I just forgot how to trail brake here. Now here comes the slowest chicane in the world. Maybe after Monza. Okay, so it was fifth gear. It's the dilemma of whether to shift into fifth or just cruise it in the limiter in fourth gear. Yeah, yes, wow. New best time for me. Still not as good as I made a couple days back or yesterday. But it's a start. So. Gosh, this car just feels so heavy. It is heavy, but I mean, also with the force feedback and with Assetto Corsa force feedback and not Assetto Corsa Rally force feedback, this just feels like a tank. Like a tank. You're almost at the finish line and there's another chicane. I mean, this is not track full of chicanes. There are just chicanes and some track. My brake pedal feels weird and I'm always lazy to check it, or lazy, I'm just focused on driving, so I don't want to check it. And after I drive, I just don't check it because I forget about it. So it's the second time that I feel that something's weird with it, like it's loose or something, and I should tighten the bolts. But it still breaks, so it should be fine. Unless it just falls off or something fell off. That wouldn't be good. Fall off. That's what I mean. Falls off. Just gonna hopefully nobody's around. Okay, I don't know if I should put more gas. The car will be heavier, but at least I won't have to stop for gas all the time. At the mighty gas station that's here. This is so funny. Never seen a gas station in front of the pits, in front of the pits. Yeah, I found out that it's actually pretty frustrating to take slow corners in fast cars. It's just, you know, you can go so fast, but the turn just, you don't have any downforce there, so just stuck with your mechanical grip and it just looks so slow. Even though it's not that slow, I was doing, I don't know, almost 100 or so. It just feels like a standstill compared to the fast corners. How stiff do you guys like your brake pedal? Because I found out that it is cool to have a stiff pedal, but it just, if you practice for a long time, it just hurts your knee, or at least mine. So I kind of tuned it down a little, actually a lot, and I still feel like it's kind of harder than, at least than in a normal road car. And if you do it for hours and hours, it's just, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I would just prefer the normal, like the cheap pedals with just a tiny spring in it and a potentiometer, or how you call it. No pressure sensor, no load cell. But then again, I had problems with the cheap pedals, and it needed to be cleaned sometimes because there were dust in it and it wasn't that precise. This is pretty much, you don't do any maintenance with the load cell. But I'm afraid that my knee will need maintenance from all the pushing. Okay, it says here that nobody's watching, so I'm gonna assume that that's correct, and I'm just gonna stop talking for a bit and focus more on the racing, so I have some normal time here. But if you are watching, let me know. Ooh. Okay. Oh, already? Alrighty, I'm just gonna park it here. Drink. Jeebus, I was already practicing for an hour, and I wouldn't shut up pretty much the whole time. Look at that, very important sign. Also never seen it on any track. I really like how they made this mod of the track. And look at the solar panels. I mean, that is interesting, really. Probably that's how it's. Oh dang! It's probably how it's also in reality, but I like that they made all the details here in the mod. I believe this track is in Belgium, so maybe they really are into alternative electric resources, electricity resources, sources. Oh, somebody is watching. Hello, hello. Welcome to my practice session. So, what about you? Are you also active sim racer or just browsing through videos? Have you tried the Assetto Corsa Rally? I have for some time, so now I need to get used to the normal Assetto Corsa and to the road racing, and it's pretty difficult because I was really pushing at the Assetto Corsa rally, so it got into my muscle memory, and now this feels like I'm doing it first time or something. But I'm actually driving on this track for the first time, so it's also that. And I think it's a pretty tricky track, this one. It's like 8 chicanes or something. And they're pretty tight and pretty slow, and this car is pretty big, pretty fast, and pretty wide. Not a great combo. And not many fast corners here where it could thrive. This one probably is. But I just haven't figured out how to take it fast yet. There is just no escape zone, or the curb is so narrow, so I just can't fly off a little. Otherwise I would get totally slowed down by the gravel. This will probably be the fastest lap. Oh, it's not? How the hell is not? Okay, never mind. So how could I take this one faster? The curb is pretty generous there, so I could fly off a bit more there. Here comes one of the 8 chicanes. Yeah, this one I could take faster. Just kind of confused it with the other one. That one's slower. This one's slow. This is definitely a first gear. And also, like it wasn't enough, there's another slow corner after that. So this is really just track full with slow corners. Yeah, that didn't help me with the speed. Yeah, okay, so I can fly off that much. And it still doesn't recognize it as a cut, so it's good to know, but I don't really like driving like that if it apparently is breaking track limits. And the game just doesn't care. I kind of care. I want it to look nicer. So briefly to put it in the fifth and then brake. That's the style here. So how is everybody? Meaning you probably the only watcher here that I see. Or viewer, not watcher. Oh, look at that. Nice oversteer that took like 2/10 or added 2/10 to my time. Never mind. Oh damn it, come on. This actually could have been a fast lap, or at least faster than the ones before. Hello, welcome. Welcome to my practice. Not sure if it's the same person as before. There's not too many of you guys. But you can let me know down in the, or on the side in the chat, and so at least I will know. If you have any questions, like why are you shifting a GT3 car with a shift lever, yeah, let me know. You can ask me. And this chicane, super slow. It's like the almost rest of the track. And this, yeah, nice. Yeah, this turn, it kind of 99% I get it right, but then when I get the chicane right, I don't get the turn right. So this time I did, and let's see if it will improve my time. This one also is kind of tricky, the last one. And it's pretty much still the same, so just kind of defaulted to this time and can't really improve on that, which kind of sucked before, because I actually drove it a couple days ago here and it was better. It wasn't streaming it, so that might be a factor. Probably gonna start cutting it more here, because I know that it's allowed. There are just those sausage curves there that throws you off balance. Yeah, this chicane is slower. Ha! Yes, finally. I improved. I'm not totally useless. I should probably try some track that I know instead of this. After playing Assetto Corsa Rally for as long as I did, and not to get back to Assetto Corsa and try totally new track, but it might also be beneficial in some way that I'm not aware of yet. Because I really feel like it's first time driving in Assetto Corsa. Just so weird. Just yes, and that's exactly the thing that I talked about. So like this last turn, sometimes it just throws me away like that, and I totally don't expect it. And another couple laps on cold tires, my favorite. It actually warms up pretty quickly. Okay, so somebody give me a tip. How could I make fast a lap here? Because I'm 1 year. I should probably cutting the chicane more, which I'm not a big fan of. Or I don't know, just maybe it can be improved. Maybe I just hit the limit. Like nobody should make fast lap. Ah, that's definitely not true. I think I saw somebody doing 129 or so, and I got 133. So there's definitely a room to improve here. Just doesn't feel intuitive at this corner. I just don't feel like how to entry that corner. It was close. Wow, I took it on second gear, not first. I sometimes forget that the Merc has actually a very good low end torque, so I don't really have to shift to first gear that much. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna change track because I don't know. I just need to. Yeah, I'm just gonna park here. I'm gonna put in something that I know because I just can't seem to figure out the track and yes, don't feel like improving there. So I'm just gonna put something that I know, like Spa. This is drift, so I need all Spa. And now, which one? Because there's the new one, or the new the new mod, or the default one. I'm not sure which one I like more. So, what time do I have here? I've never driven with it here. Oh yeah, because this. That wasn't the car that I wanted actually. So, which one is it? Okay. Oh, where's the car? Where did you go, car? It's like ACF. Ah, yeah, because there's no word Mercedes in the name. It's just AMG GT3 Evo. So, no time here. Ah, it doesn't matter really because I pretty much know what time I should be doing, so I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna put optimum grip so I don't have any excuses. I'm gonna put a little more morning time here and tire blankets. Okay, that should be it. So what up guys, how's your day so far? Yeah, I'm gonna use the stock setup here, and I'm gonna use. Okay, so there's not very much compounds to choose from. There's just medium and wet. What about fuel? I put a bit more fuel, so I'm gonna have to stop right away. Okay. And now let's see if I actually forgot how to drive, or if it was the track. I hope it was the track. And I put the tire blankets on, and it still looks like the tires are cold. So I don't know if those tire blankets works like that on these cars, that they just warm the tires up a little, because I don't know, it's blue. It doesn't look very warm. But then again, I do just a couple turns and it's green, so I don't know. Yeah, so what's the time that should be adequate here? Kind of forgot. I think there was 22 something. Is it 1? Is it 222? Or no, that's nonsense. What was the time? I'll see. Kind of forgot about spa times. Okay, kind of flew away. Flew off. It doesn't usually happen to me here. Okay. We practiced oversteer. Now let's practice getting back on the track, which is also a bit tricky with this car. come on. Not an ideal exit. A little bit of oversteer on the exit, just a little. Almost unrecognizable. This car is just too silent. I mean, I just feel like I'm barely putting any gas in, and then it just oversteers. Mercedes, make your cars louder, please. Yeah, that's exactly what you don't want to do at that turn. As it slows you down pretty dramatically, hitting the gravel there. Yeah, I had to lift off and even maybe brake a little, because otherwise, again, I would get swollen by the gravel, and that's not worth it. So, wow, how come I keep flying away, flying off at that turn? I remember taking it at full throttle and not flying off. Okay, that's just terrible. Hello viewer, if you will, please give me a like. It will help me. And I will, oh jeez, I won't cut the track that much, I promise. So it wasn't really the Zolder track that why I felt so weird about Assetto Corsa. It's really, I just got used to the surroundings in rally, that it's much closer and you feel like you're going much faster. And here it's so fast that you just feel like you're super slow, but you're not. You're actually doing well over 200. So I really need to get used to it again, because I used to like rally more, but then I got into road racing, and I don't know, I definitely like it at least as much, if not more so. So it sucks to suck at it. I don't want to suck at it. I need to get to the form again. Not sure if streaming will help me with that simultaneously, but maybe. Maybe if I'm not streaming, I will be twice as fast. Yeah, I again put too much throttle. I just feel like I'm not putting any, but I'm putting too much. Probably also turning with the wheel too much because I get used to driving 60s Mini Cooper in Assetto Corsa Rally, which is a real deal to moving the steering wheel. I mean, you have to really just to take a light or like very loose corner, you have to almost do a full circle with it. So now this is something else. Well, that was nicely taken, Oruj. Or at least in comparison to the previous attempt of mine. And what about you guys? Do you like Spa? I think everybody likes Spa. I don't know. I like it. I maybe think like it's a bit overrated, but it's definitely a good track. Another thing is the weight of the car that I keep forgetting about. Like it weighs how much? It weighs like around 1400 kilos or so, and I used to drive the Mini Cooper, which weighs like 500, so for the past couple of days. Oh yeah, definitely something to get used to. Wow, this is strange. I don't remember shifting into sixth gear in the middle of the Orush. Maybe there's some different gear ratio or something in this mod of the AMG GT3. Oh, come on, that was unnecessary. Yeah, now I figured out why I was flying out there, because I just took a wrong line before the turn. Wrong racing line. Sometimes the line really is important. And I'm kind of satisfied with that. How am I doing 260? It just doesn't look like it at all. Except when you start braking, you kind of feel that there's a lot of weight transferring to the front. I have to be careful because yeah, it's my favorite spot to fly out. And this is another favorite spot. Correct racing line there, and now just the chicane. Careful with the throttle here. Yeah, it's my best time. It's not the greatest time, but I'm kind of satisfied for now. I could have braked later. I'm a bit too careful, I don't know. I sometimes just take it too seriously. Like, it's a sim, so you should take it probably more serious than an arcade game, but just you can't get hurt, so you should maybe risk a bit more. I should have been a lot more to the right there. That's a place where I actually would prefer to have the pedals. Yeah, okay. Steady. I'm kind of on a friendly terms with the Orush, so that's good. Because some days I just can't seem to get through that chicane. But it's kind of worse with the slower corners. I just can't seem to get used to the difference compared to rally cars. And my tires are pretty much in the half of their life expectancy, so I'm probably gonna need a change. Maybe I jinxed it a little. Oh, come on, car, what are you doing? I hope it's not some kind of error because I keep seeing that somebody is watching there and I don't know if it really is true. I mean, I don't see any likes, I don't see any chats. Do you even exist? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how I went through that chicane this time. I just need to kind of put it all together and then maybe a relatively decent time could come from this. And I also need new tires. It always hurts when you have to lift off at the exit. It hurts even more when you go to the graddles. Come on. Was this in the track limits? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But I don't see any errors, any warnings. Okay, my best time yet. And I think with this time I would even be eligible for the Pro M license that I already have. Yeah, it's, like I said, it's very hard to get used to after rallying for a week. hello Gravel. How are you? Come on, what is this, a drift session? A GT3 drift session? Okay. I'm gonna use this nicely done spin to change tires, which were pretty much gone already. Okay, so hardest part of the track, getting out of the pit. It's probably not the best idea to warm tires at 250 kilometers in an hour, but good that I know that now. What is your favorite GT3 car? Let me know. I think I'm gonna take a break. I've been driving for like 2 hours straight, or at least it feels like 2 hours. It's probably not yet. It's definitely a lot over an hour, and I think that's kind of a lot now with the streaming. So last chance to give me a like. Will help me and I will appreciate that. Oh, come on, not gravel. And certainly not gravel here, come on, it's the worst, worst scenario to get into gravel at the exit of that corner. And this could have been a very nice lap, I think. Never mind, there's always another lap. I don't know what is up with the Eau Rouge, because I used to fly off it a lot. I don't remember taking it so nicely before, so I don't know if it's the mode of this car or mode of this track, or the setup or tires or what, but I'm actually glad, but it's strange and I don't like strange things. I kind of knew that this is gonna happen, but I had to try it anyways. This is not a very good time so far anyways, so no risk involved. Where the hell is the right side of the car? I feel like it's so wide. Doing something wrong at the end of the chicane of the second part. I should be on the gas earlier. Oh yes, now it's kind of coming back to me. How I used to rock and roll around this track. Like in 2 months ago or something. Come on, why don't I just turn more? I just feel like I can, but I definitely can turn more there. Now please don't hit gravel. Thank you. And don't hit gravel here, but I had to lift a little never mind. That looks good. Damn it, I broke too late. Braked too late. What is this time? It is my best lap so far. I'm glad. And I think I'm gonna take a break or actually just finish the stream now because I'm a bit spent actually. This isn't an online practice, so I think I could just park it everywhere, but I'm just so used to park it nicely, at least so somebody won't hit me, that I will do it as well here. Okay. So thanks for watching. And yeah, see you some other time.